Excuse me for going outside, I will explain why. But first, good morning. I'm Erez Ben Saadon. I'm the wife of Erez, and we are the owners of the winery. And we're producing good wines, but unfortunately there are people who involve politics. And almost 1 year ago, two guys who wrote a book about wines in Israel didn't want to mention my wines in the book. And I was angry about that, and we went to the media, and it was big articles all the country about that. But it's not fair to involve that together. And today, one of the guys, I make a picture of the winery, and I wrote, "Trump, we're waiting for your visit." And the guy who wrote the book, he wrote a big post about how Trump is behaving not nice to me, you know, and that's not nice. And now I will go to the TV and will crush him. And, you know, when it's politics, that's not fair, but if it's going to me personally, like a woman, that's not fair. That's not okay, not fair. Okay. That's why, because the TV was calling us, I went outside. As good morning. I hope it will be a good day for me. Erez and I married 21 years ago, and we live on Mount Gerizim. It's 10 minutes from here, very high mountain, snow in the winter. And after the wedding, we want to settle the land. And because of that, we planted the first 20 dunams. We wait for 4 years because of religious reasons. In Israel, you don't use the fruit in the 4 first years. And then we began to sell the grapes to a big winery in Israel. And they made a high quality of wine. But because of the politics, they decided not to buy any more grapes from us because they had a problem to sell the wine with the name of the community on the label. And then we got a really big problem because we were a young couple and we worked very hard. And we decided to learn how to make our own wine. And in 2003, we opened a winery with 1,200 bottles on it. Today, we're producing 80,000 bottles a year. And that's even the worst, and even worse people like this guy I told you about. And if we began from 20 dunams, today we have more than 560 dunams. It's around 200 acres of agriculture. And also we're producing very good olive oil, extra virgin. The acidity level is less than 0.3. We will give you a taste of olive oil. And you must make a shot of olive oil. In the morning it's very healthy, very good. And before drinking wine, it's covering your stomach. When you drink alcohol, it's not so high influence. If you're afraid to taste, dip your finger and make a little taste. It's not too spicy because the Syrian pack is not inside. And most of you are young. You did worse things like that. It's spicy for you?
It's really good.
If you want a glass of water.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
I'm good. That's good.
Because people say you're not used to drink olive oil like that. And it's very good to put it on your skin and hair. Better than very expensive creams that we are buying. As we will wait. You can pass if you want. Everybody gets ready? No? No. Wait.
Fall off.
Okay, what's the meaning of Tura in the meantime? When we open a winery, we look for a name. We opened the Talmud, and we saw that Mount Gerizim is Tura Brichta. Tura is a mountain in Aramaic. In other languages, the Tura is the root, the cast of chess game. And because of that, you can see it on our logo. And we use it like the two. Okay. It was not so bad. You agree?
No, why not?
It was not so bad.
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I use it to bake, to cook, salads, bread, everything. I don't use regular oil anymore. I know in the States it's very expensive. Here it's less expensive. And we have a good friend from the States that began to sell our olive oil online.
Oh, really?
The olive oil is on the way. It will take time with the boat. But hopefully, that's okay. Hopefully it will be there in a few weeks.
What's the website?
The name of his organization is Blessing of Israel or something like that.
Okay.
It's not online yet because it's both.
On the way. Okay.
It will be the first time. Wine we sell a lot in the States. Olive oil will be the first time. He is a guy, he's not Jewish, he wants to support this area.
Ah,
And
great.
he's trying.
Yippee.
Okay.
You also have it in Europe?
Europe, we're selling 40% of our products in Canada, in the States, England, Germany. Also in Germany, there are not Jewish people. If you know Esther Kluge, she is a woman who is working also with Bet-El,
Ah.
and she is selling in Germany. You can see it in our website also. And in Uruguay, Hong Kong, and Palma, more to the east. Okay. We're producing 11 types of wine. We'll taste one of them. We'll taste the Gewürztraminer, originally from Alsace, Germany. Gewürztraminer, you know, maybe? And I choose this one because it's a semi-dry white wine. Easier to drink this one in the morning. Of course, we have Cabernet, Shiraz, Blends, Merlot, and so on, dry red wines. But in the morning, the wine will have troubles after. I prepared. Okay? Yes, please. But you have to behave nice. You know, after in the news we'll see, they will say a group of a lot of tourists make troubles in Shalom, dancing, yelling, you know. Better. I'm not responsible for that. Okay. As we will taste the Gewürztraminer, everybody will get one glass. Please wait for me, and we will taste together. אפרים, יש מצב שאתה עוזר לי לחלק את הכוסות? תודה. אז אפשר לחלק. Everybody will get one glass, and we will make a professional tasting together, because wine is not Coca-Cola.
That's right.
We want to use all our senses. And in the meantime, you can see the glass of the wine has a long leg, and that's to hold the wine like that, not to heat the wine,
Yeah.
because it's not cognac. And in this case, we chill it. It's important. It's like a aperitif in the beginning of the meal or in the end of the meal with the dessert. And again, it's a semi-dry. You didn't get yet. You get one?
The next one.
As you can begin to swish. יש פה עוד בחור. עם הבחור בכובע. As we will begin to swish the wine. You don't want?
No, I didn't get offered yet.
That's
It's okay.
Fine, החבר'ה פה.
It's okay. If you're around, I'll
Here, have mine, because I won't drink.
You're the most important. Who didn't get one? Fine. Fine, לא קיבלתם על כל הבחור. אז הנה, הוא יביא לי. Okay, we will begin to swish. It's very important to air the wine before tasting and smelling. Then make a good smell. And we can recognize tropic fruits like pineapple or lychee. Of course, it's only in our imagination. We don't add pineapple inside. There are people who are asking us, you know. And then we will put the wine inside our mouth and swish it a little bit. We have a lot of taste buds. And if you want to enjoy, it's important to swish and to also in the glass. And you can make 2 zips. One to swallow immediately, and one to swish and swallow. You can see this because the wine opens and airing also in your mouth. As in Israel, we are saying L'chaim. For life. And I will use this spittoon, excuse me for that, because we are working. Unfortunately, we're not tourists today. And if we want to enjoy the wine, that's very important. Okay, אז לחיים again, look how we are tasting. And this is the tune. And it's light wine. Again, it's a semi-dry. Of course, we don't add sugar to the wine. We end the fermentation. Because of that, it's semi-dry. And it's good with sushi, fish, in the summer of Israel. And you're from Holland. I can understand you.
Okay.
Okay, nice. You know the Dutch one? Two more? Okay, yes please.
Where did these grapes come from?
On Mount Gerizim, you will go there today, fine? And you will see them, you go to the vineyards or not? As a fine, show them the mountain. As it's 10 minutes from here, you will go to this area, very high mountain. We are running it. We live there and we moved to Rechel. Okay, more questions?
Do you have anything you are, wait a minute, what is it called when you spray things on the fruit?
Okay, because it's very, very hard to grow organic grapes. Almost not possible all around the world, but in Israel more because it's a hot country. As of course we're spraying, but until a few months before the harvest, and then it's not dangerous anymore, or not effective, I don't know how to say that.
Because the fruit is out already and it's not because of that?
There are a lot of animals who want to eat the grapes.
Yeah,
Snakes, birds, and everyone.
humans.
Also pigs. We have pigs, wild pigs. They like that. They're going and from the bottom they took the whole tree out. They like the roots. That's bad. That's bad.
It's already written in the salt.
What?
It's already written in the salt. Pig.
Okay.
So I noticed that you have preserves on the shelf. Are they from your grapes?
Okay. As the preserves, you mean the jams, the jellies? Okay, these made by Bet El community. They're good friends. They are helping us in the fields, and they're volunteer. We help them back when we're selling their products. That is, for me, we're good friends, but also it's for me a good example to show that you can be good friends with non-Jewish people if you choose it, if you want it. Because people are thinking we don't like Arabs because they're not Jewish. That's not the reason. I want to be a friend of all people in the world who want to be my friend, be my guest. Yes, please.
I know you've won many awards in the past. What about any of these wines that you...
Okay, as you can see, more than 40 medals on the wall. The last scores we get from Robert Parker. He is from the States. He's the god of the wine in the world, as he gave us for the Mountain Peak and for the Cabernet 89. The highest score in Israel was in 94, as 89. Without PR, I sent it by mail, is a very good score. It was the first time. I hope I will send again, but it's 1 month ago. That's new. Okay, as the... Yes,
How did you get involved in this? I mean, were you born into it?
No, I will explain this in 1 minute. More question? Yes, please.
What year was this harvested?
This is 2015. And of course we have 12, 13, we have usually the heights with the red capsules are 2 months in the oak, new oak, another 1 year in the bottom. And this is 14, 13, you can see. This must be more easier to drink as we don't put it in the barrels and it's young. This one you can drink in 1, 2 years, that's it. The Cabernet, Merlot, Shiraz you can age for 10 years.
Oh.
Like Robert Parker's.
Last year you had some dispute with your neighbors about ownership of one of the vineyards. How was that?
Again, excuse me?
Last year there was some dispute over the ownership of one of the vineyards. Has that been resolved?
אז אפרים, תסביר לי מה הוא שואל לגבי הבעיות שהיו לנו בכרמים?
לא,
שמיטה.
יכול להיות
אוקיי.
גם על הכרמים
You're asking about the problems in the vineyards or about the Shabbat year?
No, problem.
Okay.
אני חושב על הקידה.
As I will explain. As the reason why I understand Dutch is because I was born in Holland to not Jewish mother and a Jewish father. My parents were students. They learned in a theology school about Buddha. And when they finished learning, they asked the teacher why you don't teach Judaism. And he told them that you don't know how to teach it. It's too much complicated. And because it's true. And because of that, they began to ask other people. We made Aliyah to Israel. We converted. And today, my parents living in Kucha V'Shachar. It's a community half an hour from here, also in this area. And they are the neighbors of my in-laws that made Aliyah from Morocco and Iran. And we have 5 children. My oldest is almost 21. She was engaged 2 weeks ago. And we have a wedding in 2 months. Thank you. And then we have David, Shachar, Yonatan Karmi. Karmi is my vineyard because it was born in the harvest. And the little one is Alel Smadar. Smadar is the blooming of the vineyard, and Alel is to praise. And every Shabbat we read a part of the Bible. And this week we wrote about the spies who took the fruits of Israel and told the people bad things about this land. And a part of what we're trying to do in our life and in the business is to praise Israel with our products. And because of that, her name is Alel Smadar. From the Jewish side of the family, my grandmother survived the Holocaust. She was 15. Same story like Anna Frank, but and better, and because of that, thank God we are here. And when I was 12, I was very proud to get her diary. And when my oldest was 12, I gave it to her. And together we went to Yad Vashem, the Museum of the Holocaust, and we put it there for the remembership for the people in the world. But from the not Jewish side of my family, I had relatives, including the mother of my mother, that helped the Nazis during the war. And we believe again that a little part of what we're doing today is to praise Israel with our products and to give the best Jewish answer we can give for people who did terrible things like that. And because you're asking, as it seems to be romantic to sit here, but it was very hard to get to this moment. For years we had almost nothing to eat. Then 3 times we had explosions of terror in the vineyards, and thank God I was not injured. And a few years ago, people cut us 50 big olive trees, and it was a big damage. And like the story I told you this morning, as everything we have something new, we have to struggle, but this is a part of living here, and I choose to do that. And in the end, what's important, we love the land of Israel, and we see with our own eyes how the land gives us love back. And we have to deal with problems like politicians, politics, bonds, not fair issues like this morning. But they're trying. I think in the morning after the elections, I told Erez, my husband, I'm feeling a little bit like Trump, because he is a guy. I think he is a good guy, but the media try to say he is a bad guy. And all the media has their agenda, and they go against him. And even though the public go with their heart. And in Israel it's the same. We are going with our heart, we're working very hard, we're trying to do what's good. And from time to time, the media and the people with the money and with they have the opportunity to write about us, because I don't have a journal. They have the opportunity, they're trying to say that we are monsters. And this post he wrote that we are liars, that we're stealing. Like Trump, he said you and him are the same, you are, and he is of course very left. But in the end, if you go with your heart and with the truth, you will win. We're trying.
Was
Yes,
this published in Israel or in America?
40% 60% in Israel, 40% overseas.
Oh, I'm sorry, the article, the writing
Ah.
about the vineyard, where was that
Look.
written?
I'm just working on it.
Oh, no problem.
It will be, I think, a big in Israel. Last time it was in one media, and then because a lot of people talking about it was in all the media. I think now because it's not because, I said it's not because of politics, it's because it's to hurt a woman, because she's a woman. That's not nice.
No.
As all the people will agree in the end. And I said I will take the politics out and I will make him so small because he went, because I'm a woman, he went into against me. He make a big mistake. That's a big mistake. To boycott me, that's one. But to take me as a woman and say, okay, you're inviting Trump because you want 111, that's a big problem.
Yeah.
You and your husband, you said, started the vineyard. Are any of your children working in the business?
Okay, as the two oldest, not because they were very young. The little one and the three last, they are enjoying drinking wine and joining us. English is complicated. Joining us in the fields. They like to work, and it's really a part of their life. Okay, as to say thank you for being good friends of Israel, and continue enjoying your day. And of course, if you want to buy something, we have good olive oil, good wines, good chocolate and jams of the day. And we have good soaps that's made by people with special needs from our olive oil, nature soaps. And that's also very good. Have a good time, and thank you for coming, and you can put the glasses here if you want. Thank you.